I sit in front of children and their parents every single day that I go to work. And it often feels like I'm up against the belly of the beast that is type 2 diabetes. It's common and only seen in the adult population. It's now hitting our kids. And to make such a sad statement even worse, type 2 diabetes in children is a much more aggressive disease than it is in adolescents with type 1 diabetes and adults with type 2 diabetes. It's not fair. We now need to model healthy habits so that our kids can have energy to play, so that our kids can reach adulthood and walk themselves down the aisle, so that our kids can reach adulthood in good health and have kids of their own. We have to do better to protect the health of our kids, period. This is serious. It's gonna take societal and cultural change. Now I know that's a bit of a doozy, so you might be thinking, well, how do we correct this? How do we make this better? How do we improve? We know that the conditions in which we are born, live, play, pray, and work drastically affect our ability to make healthy choices and impact our health outcomes. Social factors such as education, income, housing, access to healthcare, access to nutritious foods are all central when we're talking about the progression, the development, and the progression of type 2 diabetes. The incidence and prevalence of type 2 diabetes, plus comorbidities and complications associated with these conditions, are disproportionately higher in populations of lower socioeconomic status and historically marginalized populations. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and I believe it. But what about when that child is sick? Or what about when it comes to preventing that child from becoming sick in the first place? It no longer takes just a village. It takes a whole society, a culture of change. Our culture and our society need to change. Now, I said I was gonna empower you, didn't I? I know. So I know this is a lot to take in. I know this is a lot to hear. And while yes, it can seem like the magnitude of this problem is so immense, there's so much that we can do on an individual, family, and village level to blunt the progression here and to even turn the tides in the direction of good health outcomes. Because while I often sit in front of families that are facing the challenges of type 2 diabetes management, I also see the wins.